let's talk about a little bit of drama in the FPV community, but we are not going to be here to play to the drama and stir up fire and brimstone and anger. We are going to be here to try to explain why it's not as bad as it might have seemed at first. And it started with somebody posting on Facebook in the RaceDayQuads group asking about this search result. They had searched for RaceDayQuads, and what they got was a link to GetFPV, but it says RaceDayQuads in the search result. And in fact, Tyler Brennan said that sometimes occasionally people would show up at RaceDayQuads to pick up their order, and they had accidentally ordered from GetFPV, which I'm not sure how you mix that up, but okay. And so there was some question as to whether GetFPV was being a little shady by tricking people into thinking they were shopping at the wrong store. Here's a Pyrodrone example. But it turns out it's not quite like that, is it, Blinty?
Yeah, I'm going to, I think it's a couple different things. One is, for anybody who doesn't know, like if we look back at that, let's pull that example back up so we can see. If you look at this example, you could see in this example, Pyrodrone is in the title, right? Pyrodrone-GetFPV online, the official store. So it looks like the title of the website is Pyrodrone to trap people in. And then you see getfpv.com. That's the main website. However, if we look up here, it's the same exact thing. The difference is RaceDayQuads has been filled in instead. So I think the thing we should point out here is that this is likely something that's auto-filled. It's not like they're setting up a list of targets. It's basically they're setting up a list of tags or key terms to like show up in the same search. So they want to say like anybody who's looking at RaceDayQuads, we also want to show up in those searches. But instead, what's happened is they've included the tag into the title. Yeah. So now it looks like they're actually showing up first, which is even worse. Yeah. So they have better SEO to show up, and then they're showing up as the other company.
So it's like if I search for FPV goggles, somehow GetFPV's marketing team has set up a thing within Google where when I search for FPV goggles, a page shows up that says FPV goggles, GetFPV.
Right. Exactly.
And somehow RaceDayQuads and Pyrodrone are getting lumped into that algorithm, which ends up with people shopping at the wrong store by accident. But it doesn't seem like this is what people originally thought was GetFPV is intentionally targeting these stores and trying to trick people. And it seems like what's actually happened is this is an algorithmic thing that is sort of having an unintended result. And in fact, my understanding is that the folks at GetFPV and the folks at RaceDayQuads have talked to whoever it is that is in charge of this kind of thing and have fixed it so it doesn't happen anymore.
Also, we should point out, if you want to look at that, just to show that third picture on the Imager album, it is actually the case that...
wait. Where's the third picture? Oh, back on the album. Yeah. Thank you.
So if we scroll to the bottom, we'll also see one for GetFPV. It's not quite as egregious as not GetFPV together, but Rotor Riot also does something similar. If you search for GetFPV, you see GetFPV drone racing, and Rotor Riot's not even in the title, but it's actually Rotor Riot's website. So
yeah, so it seems like there's just a pile of keywords that these marketing people target, and if you search for it, then you show up at the top of the list, and the keyword is in there, and like by accident, the name of the store got lumped in as a keyword. And as we see in this post, Tyler says, we're working on fixing this. And representative from GetFPV says that it has been fixed and it was not intentional. And yeah, there you go. So if you ever ran into that in the past and were confused, that's why it happened. And it shouldn't happen again.
Yeah, that's hopefully the case. So
yeah. Alrighty.